Kung kailan gumaganda na ang takbo ng New York Knicks franchise, saka naman sila tinamaan ng isang matinding injury. Napunit ang ACL sa kaliwang tuhod ng franchise player na si Kristaps Porzingis sa laban ng Knicks at Milwaukee Bucks kanina. Naganap ang injury sa second quarter ng laban matapos daktakan ni Porzingis si Giannis Antetokounmpo. Napakan ni Porzingis ang paa ni Antetokounmpo sa paglanding niya at bigla na lang siyang tumumba na hawak-hawak ang kanyang kaliwang tuhod. Kinailangan siyang buhati ng mga teammates niya papunta sa locker room. Pag torn ACL injury, kadalasan ay ilang buwan ang kailangan para makarecover ang isang player. Si Porzingis ang leading scorer ng Knicks ngayong season at siya rin ang #1 shot blocker ng liga. Ano na ang mangyayari sa Knicks ngayong mawawala ng matagal ang kanilang all-star big man? Let's talk to basketball analyst Coach Ronnie Magsanoc. Coach Ronnie, magandang gabi sa'yo and welcome back to The Score. Usapang NBA na naman tayo, Coach.
Salamat, Ron.
At another painful news, more painful news para sa mga NBA fans. Another player got bitten by the injury bug.
Yes.
Itong si Kristaps Porzingis. At mawawalan na naman ng kakampi si LeBron James sa kanyang all-star team. Coach, what are your initial thoughts and how will this affect New York?
Well, nakapangihinayang dahil they are only 3 wins away doon sa team na nasa pangwalong pwesto sa Eastern Conference at yan ang 76ers. At the team had initial plans regarding the trade deadline and so on and so forth. Pero pagkatapos masaktan ni Porzingis kanina, ayon dun sa kanilang presidente ng basketball operations, may iba totally yung magiging plano nila. Players that they want to trade, players that they would want to get. Kasi wala naman sa horizon yung inakala nilang masasaktan itong si Porzingis. So, maraming pagbabago, malaking panghinayang. But more than that, ako nag-aalala ako kay Porzingis dahil siya yung talagang bright light sa New York. A team that has not been to the playoffs since 2012.
Coach, did you see Porzingis as a franchise player?
Yes.
A lot of people had their doubts dahil nga ito ang unang taon na siya talaga ang main man dito sa New York.
Nung panahon pa naman na nandyan si Carmelo Anthony, meron na siyang potential na pinapamalas, able to play again with an NBA superstar and able to put up big numbers. Ngayong wala si Carmelo Anthony, nawala si Phil Jackson, nag-iba yung direction, nagkaroon siya ng chance ang ipakita yung kakayahan to carry the team on his shoulders and be the focal point. Nagawa niya. Consistency sa numbers, they started to win, and that's why they had bigger plans with him as the central figure of the franchise in the many years to come. Nakapanghihinayang, hindi ko rin nakalaing mangyayari dahil a week before the All-Star Weekend, sayang sana dahil makikita na siya sa All-Star team.
Yes.
Kasama ni LeBron at higit sa lahat, he was bound to defend the skills challenge na kung saan for the second straight year, 7-footer yung nanalo nung All-Star contest na yan.
Coach, bumaktrack tayo ng konti. You were telling me earlier off the air that the Knicks are the most moneyed franchise dito sa NBA and it's been years, 2012 pa, nung huling umabot sa playoffs itong New York Knicks. They had Carmelo Anthony during that year, Amari Stoudemire, but don't the problems go back to before that, during the time of Isaiah Thomas and Stephon Marbury? Bakit sa tingin mo medyo hirap at hindi consistent playoff contender itong New York?
Well, naniniwala ako that with what you see right now, you have to trace back what happened many, many years ago. The last time that this team or this franchise went into the NBA Finals was in 1999. Previous to that, it was in 1994. So it will be the time of Pat Riley and Jeff Van Gundy. After that, talagang up and down. But still, the New York Knicks, as you mentioned earlier, you talk about valuation as a franchise. Sila pa rin yung #1, worth about $3.3 billion at this stage. You want to take a look at the people that were hired to run the organization. Very important. You look at the template ng San Antonio Spurs, hiring high-character players, high-character managers, and of course, best-in-character coach. So titignan mo yung mga nagpatakbo ng New York probably 20 years ago, after the Pat Riley and Jeff Van Gundy generation. So makikita mo yung mga nangyari, ano yung nangyari. And even during that time, I think that they were not able to bring in the right people to run the team. Phil Jackson used to play for New York. He won several championships. but he failed miserably as the president of basketball operations. So with Isaiah Thomas, sino ba naman na makakapagsabi na si Phil Jackson will not be a good president of basketball operations? But prior to that, he had no experience doing that.
Yes.
Si Isaiah Thomas, nagka-problema sa CBA when he used to run the CBA. So, doon pa lang meron ng flow. And then, you also take a look at what happened last year sa case ni Charles Oakley, a true blue New Yorker na nagkaroon ng problema with the owner. And up to now, the case has been dismissed, but he filed a civil suit against New York. Yung mga storyang to says a lot about what happened to the organization previous to what's happening right now.
Okay.
So, yung problema goes a long way. And hanggat hindi sila nakakahanap ng right people to run the team, manage, get the players, run the team, baka mahirapan i-turn around. Remember that Jerry West had a lot about to do the turnaround of the Golden State Warriors. Jerry Colangelo was also big in terms of turning several franchises around. Hindi lang pera yung kailangan mo. You have to have the right people na nakakaintindi, maganda yung gut feel, at higit sa lahat, yung hindi mo na ituturo yung decision making in hiring the right people to run your franchise.
Coach, do you think that, based on everything you just mentioned, that the Knicks are a little bit sentimental when it comes to their choices of personnel? Stephon Marbury from New York, Isaiah Thomas also has his connections to the city, and Phil Jackson, sinabi mo nga, naglaro for New York. Do you think it's time to turn the page and change the way they choose people?
I believe so. There's always a template in terms of organizational success, and that is the San Antonio Spurs. Right now, fast catching up will be the Golden State Warriors. Pero kung titignan mo at sisiyasatin mo kung ano yung ginaya nila na template, laging sasabihin Spurs. So meron naman example a winning example. An organization that has been in the playoffs for over 2 decades. So they must be doing something right. And for New York to be floundering in the last few years, something has got to be done. And it has to be done now. Then, imagine mo, losing franchise, ganun ang worth. Si Kristaps Porzingis, nagpasaya na sana ng maraming tao, pero nasaktan naman. And I believe he'll be out for another year para dito sa New York Knicks. So, something has to happen for New York very, very soon.
But it won't happen right away, itong pag-angat ng New York. But I think LeBron has to do something also with his lineup sa All-Star team dahil
abangan natin yan.
Apat na, coach, ang
sino na naman kaya ang ipapalit?
Oo nga,
diba?
coach. Sino sa tingin mo ba ang okay ipalit dito kay Kristaps?
Marami namang mga nakahanay dyan. Of course, nasa Eastern Conference siya. So, dun kukuha yan malamang. Nangihinahing lang ko dahil ako gusto ko siyang mapanood personally ron, yung kompleto sana. Pero sinawing palad, nasaktan uli yung bata kanina, di ba? Pero ganun talaga yan ang part ng talaga ng isang career ng isang basketball player.
Coach, do you think with the losses in LeBron's team, DeMarcus Cousins, John Wall, Kevin Love, ngayon naman si Kristaps, dehado pa rin ba ang team Curry? Dahil, di ba, nung unang lumabas ang lineups, marami nagsasabi, lamang na lamang pagdating sa personnel ang team LeBron. Do you think things have changed now?
Well, very unpredictable pagdating ang All-Star game. A lot of things can happen. Lalong-lalo na may rivalry di ba? Hindi katulad dati, it's a friendly game, sa dulo magpupukpukan. Ito, merong rivalry that has been built in the last few years. So, I expect the Spurs to really play hard and get that win. Besides, meron ng money involved, although it's for charity. But still, the bragging rights has added more glitter, so to speak, doon sa paghaharap na yan in about a week.
So a lot of things to look forward to. Let's pray for the recovery of Kristaps Porzingis and look forward to the All-Star game. At syempre, yung NCAA coverage natin sa volleyball on Friday. Coach, maraming salamat. Kita-kits tayo Friday.
Thanks, Ton.
For more sports updates, keep watching The Score. And don't forget to subscribe.